Yes, y'all. Ha ha. It's your boy Carter, and I'm back. And you locked into the real talk. And if you hear the wolf sounds in the background, that should indicate to you that the wolf is out and I'm on the prowl. And I should forewarn you, ladies and gentlemen, that if you came today for that watered down talk, you in the wrong spot. Because here we give all shots and no chaser. And today I want to talk about something that's been on my heart. And I forewarn you, listeners, that some of you may get upset. Because I may be a little irate. I may be a little irrational. I may even offend some. Because today I'm going to talk about race. And I'm not going to talk about white folks' treatment toward blacks. No, I'm going to talk about how blacks treat each other. How we're so easily tricked and coasted into hating the very best of our race and our culture. Why is it that more African Americans hate on LeBron than white folks? Or we allow certain sports columnists or national analysts in sports to program or to feed hatred on this man on a daily basis without cause, when this man represents one of the very best of our race. This man has achieved the highest level of success in his profession. He is a multiple-time MVP, a multiple-time NBA champion, a multiple-time finals MVP. Over a decade and a half, this man is giving you great basketball, competitive basketball. LeBron James no longer needs to be established because he already is. He'll go down as one of the greatest players to ever play the game. He has broken multiple records and will continue to do so. He has become a leader and he is an unselfish basketball player. So you can hate all you want, but the proof is in the pudding and the numbers don't lie. So when the conversation is had, who is the greatest NBA player to ever play the game, there are only 4 men that will be in that conversation. Michael Jordan, Bill Russell, Magic Johnson, and LeBron James. So on the basketball court, LeBron James is already established. There's no question. What about his off-the-court acclimates? Over a decade of LeBron James playing professional basketball, we have not heard one scandal or one incident that ruins his good reputation. LeBron James has a wife, and with that very same wife, whom he's dated since high school, he has 2 sons, and he is a very active father in the lives of his sons. LeBron James is also one of the most charitable athletes to ever play in any sport. And LeBron James has placed himself at the forefront of speaking out against social injustice. And in spite of what some of these so-called woke brother quote-unquote analysts will tell you that it's all just a marketing ploy from Nike, LeBron James's track record has proven that he's dedicated to the cause of speaking out and being at the forefront when it comes to social change. And also LeBron James has shown loyalty to his childhood friends. He didn't get rich and switch up. No, he took his friends from childhood, equipped them, provided them with the tools, and now they manage his businesses. And also not only represent him as an agent, but other NBA players they represent as agents. So I don't understand where the hate is coming from his own kind. We should be celebrating this man. We should be protecting his reputation from these lying deceivers that are trying to trick you into hating the very best of our culture. They'll lie to you and tell you to love the man that can play basketball but cheated on his wife, that robbed folks, that turned his back on his childhood friends, that gambled all his money away, that used drugs and sex and all type of immoral things. But the one man for a decade and a half since he's been a professional that has led a good, honest life and that represents the very best of our race, they're telling you to hate him and you're falling right into the trap. And yet you want to tell me you're woke? That you're conscious? You're conscious? You people make me sick. You make me sick. You spend more time criticizing your own people than going against the people you so-called hate. You're ridiculous, and your nonsense is getting on my nerves. You spend more time criticizing your people or what they're doing wrong, that they're not woke, that they're not conscious, that they're doing this, that they're coons. You a coon. You're ignorant because you're being taught to hate the very best of your kind. The people that hated on Obama and that talked all this nonsense, looking at this small picture. The man was elected to the highest office in our nation. He was elected as the leader of the free world. Do you know what that's saying? A man from our culture that shares our complexion, a black man elected as the leader of the free world. Do you understand how big that is? Do you understand the historical significance of it? Yet, you find minute things because you're being conditioned to hate him. You hate your own kind, and it makes me sick in your so-called woke. Man, you more asleep than anybody I know. So it's time for us to stop hating the very best of our culture. We have very little heroes as it is. We don't have heroes like back in the 60s and the 70s like our grandparents and our parents had. We don't have a Dr. Martin Luther King. We don't have a Malcolm X or a Medgar Evers or a Muhammad Ali. So our Muhammad Ali and our Jackie Robinson is LeBron James. Our Dr. Martin Luther King and our Malcolm X is former President Barack Obama. Now, am I comparing the work or the significance of what those guys did to what these guys are doing today? No, I'm not. What I'm saying is that we have a cultural change. The world has changed. So we have to find the very best of our kind and begin to elevate them instead of tearing them down. We're conditioned to tear the best of our culture down, and I don't understand it. We need to lift them up because they'll never get to the accolades. They'll never get to the same significance as a Dr. Martin Luther King or a Malcolm X or a Jackie Robinson if we don't start lifting up the very best of our kind today. Stop being stupid. Stop being ignorant. Stop being lost. Wake up. Really. Stop believing all these phony so-called conscious brothers sitting in their basement talking a bunch of nonsense that ain't doing nothing for the community. But talking and doing a whole bunch of speeches, but ain't doing nothing. You on the grind where? You on the grind where? You ain't did nothing. So it's time for us to start lifting our people up and stop tearing them down. It's time to start lifting and stop tearing down and celebrating the best of our kind. Yeah, the wolf is out. This is your boy M. Carter. Subscribe to the truth. You can listen to the rest of these lies, but I advise you to subscribe to the truth because it's going to come, and it's going to come hard and unadulterated with no filter, no chaser. Subscribe. Let me know your comments down below. Let me know if you agree with me or you just say, hey, you flat out crazy, you nuts, you don't know what you're talking about. Get out of here, Carter. It's all good. But I still stand my ground because this is what I believe in. It's your boy Carter. I'm out. Peace.